Professor Meir Levenberg created quite a firestorm last week when he had the audacity to turn 100 years old. That's right, to turn 100 years old on Har Habayit, on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, the site of the first and second temples, the holiest place to the Jewish people. My name's Yoshua. I live here in Israel. If you want to support what I do, check out the description. I'm going to tell you why this was so controversial. Professor Levenberg, born in Hamburg, Germany in 1925, celebrated his 100th birthday last week on November 24th on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. Well, some people weren't very happy about this, and I can't show you everything that they said, but here's a couple posts that appeared on X, as formerly known as Twitter. It's translated from the Arabic here. Yeah, I'm not sure why they get his name mistranslated here, so I'm just going to kind of ignore that. The first one says, in a provocative act, settler celebrates his 100th birthday during a raid on the Alaska Mosque compound, performing Talmudic rituals. And here's another one. This Jewish settler, today he came to celebrate his 100th birthday during the storming of the Blessed Alaska Mosque to perform Talmudic rituals. Here's another one. This was actually in English on Reddit. Colonial Israeli terrorist settler celebrated his 100th birthday inside the courtyards of Alaska Mosque in occupied Jerusalem under police cover. What are they talking about, these Talmudic rituals and the storming of the Alaska Mosque? Professor Levenberg never went into the mosque at all, and he's not really doing any storming either. So he went on to Har Habayit with some of his children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, and he prayed and bowed down to Hashem, did a little singing and dancing, and that's it. So let's take a look at some of the footage now from this provocative raid on Alaska Mosque.
לבניך שלום על ישראל, לא רבנים לבניך שלום על ישראל. אמרתי לבנים לבניך שלום על ישראל.
החלום הבא יהיה מזבח בקרוב ואחר כך הבית.
יראו עינינו וישמח ליבנו.
The online reaction to this kind of thing really isn't unique to Professor Levenberg. It's pretty much a daily occurrence in Arab media to Jews simply going and peacefully praying on the holiest site in Judaism. Here's just one example from the Sada El Balad news network. This is out of Egypt. Dozens of settlers stormed the Alaska Mosque compound this morning under the protection of Israeli-occupied forces. The Palestinian news agency reported that 122 settlers stormed the mosque and performed Talmudic and provocative rituals in its courtyards under heavy protection from the occupation forces. So peacefully praying on the Temple Mount? That's Talmudic and provocative rituals?
Honey,
Oh,
are you practicing those provocative rituals again?
no, I'm just making a video for the people on YouTube here.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, you might think this is just about the, crazy people who go up to Har HaBayit, and I'm sure that the, Arabs are fine with Jews praying down at the Western Wall, right? That's where you're supposed to pray. That's for the Jews down there at the Western Wall. Well, no, not exactly. The Western Wall is known to the Muslims as Al-Barak Square, after the place where Muhammad tied up his winged horse. See, here's a report from the Qatar news agency. According to Palestinian news agency, dozens of settlers stormed Al-Barak Square, west of Al-Aqsa Mosque, and performed Talmudic rituals on the occasion of the so-called Hebrew New Month. Right, that's Rosh Chodesh, in preparation for storming the mosque's courtyards. The Temple Mount was the holiest site to the Jewish people long before the Muslims ever built a mosque there. In fact, that's why they built a mosque up there, because it was our holiest site. So Professor Levenberg, if you're watching, I hope to celebrate your birthday with you in a few years on Har HaBayit with the rebuilt temple. Because things are changing, and things must change. And I'm here to keep you updated about it. So keep watching my videos.